Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Tough series from the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Mahomes will try again on second down.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Kadarius Toney.
67 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Again, Elvin partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 42 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead.
Now here's Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fix.
Already even.
To go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Inside give to Elliott.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. They'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Dalton Schultz, 53 yards.
And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Open man is Noah Brown.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll throw again. Prescott. This is caught. It's Brown. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott down. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's a give up the middle.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Mahomes going to throw. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
2nd and 4, they could still get a 1st down without scoring.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Noah Brown, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about that. In for the Chiefs touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 45 yards.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time, because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Prescott. That's going to be caught.
Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken just shy of the... And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead, they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A big play here for Dallas. 62 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Elliott.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Elliott.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here...
He's got a man, complete. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, But I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
from 3 yards out.
And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jake Ferguson.
41 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Here's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your
and he loses the football a second time. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at.
Travis Kelce, the 30. 10, 5, touchdown. touchdown. Travis Kelce, 88 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case,
he's still tired.
He's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencil.
And those last for a
long time.
No doubt.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Throwing now is Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. He's got room at the 30.
Eddie Caleb said, "Come here."
At about the 22-yard line. A big play here for Dallas.
Eddie Caleb said during the call he has to tell you something.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 22 yards.
And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And someone a little too eager to block this extra point. Henceforth, the flag.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Through an opening, and there he